Hello, everyone. Welcome to K-Pop Queen for your non-daily reactions to all things K-pop. It's not even K-pop today. I don't know why I said that. I'm just doing this because I want to. Also, someone had asked me if I would do a little Wicked review, and I said, you know what? Yeah. My friends had also asked me to do a Gladiator review, Gladiator 2, and I said, you know what? Here's the time to do Glicked. First of all, Glicked, that's not a real thing. I'm sorry. I mean, it's kind of fun to say. Like, good on you for, like, getting that together. But, like, it's not really a real thing. First of all, these movies are exceedingly long. Whoever sat in that theater, that was your whole day. Did you go to lunch in between? Let me just start this out by saying that I am Team Wicked, 1000%. I actually don't have a prejudice or a bias against musical theater, so I can enjoy more art. Like, I actually have the brain capacity to enjoy a lot more than some of you narrow-minded people. And I say this with a lot of viciousness and aggression because I have been seeing so many tweets of people talking about Wicked winning Best Picture. What's going on? That's not right. Have you seen the movie, or are you basing this opinion off of some clips you saw on that godforsaken Twitter app? Because if you saw that movie, you would be like, you know what? It should sweep. I'm sorry. That movie was phenomenal. Phenomenal, phenomenal, phenomenal. John Chu, he is really great. Really, really fantastic director. He does like musicals or like dance, like stuff. That's kind of his directorship. Like, those are the movies he's been doing. So, like, him doing Wicked made sense. But what he brought to life was unlike anything I could have imagined. That movie is absolutely fantastic. It deserves Best Picture. It at least deserves the nom. And I say deserves the nom with Dune 2. Denis Villeneuve, you also deserve Best Director with John Chu. And Challengers. Whichever movies else you want to put in there, that's up to you. I have not seen Emilia Perez. I'm not sure I will. I also have not seen Honora. I did want to see that one. That one I did really want to see. Everyone says Mickey Madison. Like, it's the role of a lifetime for her. She absolutely shines in that. So I do want to see that. And I'm not going to watch Conclave. I'm sorry. I'm not. That's not happening. And Gladiator 2 is not. That's not happening. I absolutely not. I put my foot down on that. Anyway, let me get into the reviews of each movies. I will be starting with Wicked. I actually have not seen Wicked on Broadway. I haven't seen it on the stage at all, and I've been dying to my entire life. Okay? I love musical theater. If I could sing, I would be a musical theater kid. Hands down. If I wasn't some tone deaf bitch, I'd be up on that stage singing and dancing. So my first introduction to it is with this movie. I don't know the story. I don't know anything about it. Do I know some of the songs? Of course. I know Defying Gravity and I know Popular. Obviously. I know that Ariana Grande has wanted to play Glinda her entire life. I love Ariana Grande, so I know her story, right? I know Cynthia Erivo. I know she is probably one of the best singers of our times. That woman's tone and range and power needs to be studied. My God. I already had high expectations because it's a group of people I know their talent, I know what they're about, right? So coming together, I'm already expecting sort of movie magic, but it's so much better than you could expect. I am not kidding. This film blows everything out of the water. Every aspect of the film blown out of the water, the highest marks you can give it. And that is why I think it deserves Best Picture. At least a nom. At least a nom. If it doesn't go to Wicked, it should go to Dune 2. Okay? That's what I say, right? Anyway, I see the movie. I'm like, what the fuck? Some of the best choreography I have ever seen in my life. Fantastic singing. Amazing chemistry. Amazing acting. Everybody came to work. No one is doing terrible. Like, everyone can actually act, and I cannot say that for a lot of movies, you guys. One of the clearest visions and executions I've seen, right? I go and I see it again. Of course, I should. Now that I know what the movie's about and I'm not like trying to pay attention to the plot and everything and like see this and that. Now that I know what the movie's about, I can like watch sort of the exterior. I can look at the background. I can look at this. I can, look at these costumes. I can look at the hair. The costumes, hair, and makeup for this is out of this world. Look at all of the extras in that film. Look at the crew dancing. Look at everyone dressed. They look phenomenal. They look absolutely phenomenal. Every single person looks so good in this and sounds so good in this because they're singing it live. What do you mean they're singing it live? What do you mean Cynthia Erivo is jumping and flipping through the air and hitting that note? Do you know the type of athleticism you have to? I'm sorry. This is why I start getting really pissed off because I'm like, that woman and, everyone else is singing live. hooked up to wires, jumping, prancing, pirouetting, kickball changing, singing live. And you don't think that this deserves Best Picture? Because it's a musical? Your bias and prejudice will hold you back your entire life. You need to let that go. You need to let go whatever you have against musicals and, like, I don't know, open your third eye, grow up. I don't give a fuck. Do something. But you need to let that go. Okay? It's holding you back. Now, I know we have some words about Michelle Yeoh as Madame Mirabelle. Now, because I hadn't seen the theater production, I thought she was great. I was like, oh yeah, she's kind of like a little fake, unsettling lady. Like, the minute you meet her, I'm like, why would you trust her? But she shows her true self to Galinda, so it's like, okay, well, you know, I see you for what you are, right? Like, I know that you're like a little like thieving person and you're trying to take advantage of Elphaba. I can see that, right? But apparently on the stage version, you know, please, I have not seen it, okay, but she's like a little bit more kooky, like just a little bit more kooky of a character. And Cheryl Lee Ralph, who we get to see on the red carpet as she sings a little bit of the song, I was like, oh, okay, you played her on Broadway. Okay, now I'm getting a little bit of a clearer picture, and I can see why some people had some words about Michelle. But Miss Michelle Yeoh, but I feel like because it's not the same adaptation, it's not the same thing, they took a little bit of liberty with it. It's actually a great version of Madame Mirabelle for the movie. I think it works very well. One of my favorite scenes in that movie is with Miss Yeoh, where she's talking to the flying monkey. She's like, attention. You need to get Elphaba. You know, I'm paraphrasing. She's like, you need to get that wicked witch. She's the one that did this to you. If you want to keep your family safe, get her. And they just fly in formation. They ain't never done that before. This is new to them, but suddenly they got their formation down. They're ready to go get that wicked witch of the West. And she does this slow turn. She does this slow turn. John Chu, once again, I think it is absolutely brilliant. The moments where they decide to slow-mo things are so good. Michelle Yeoh, slow turning. When Elphaba is at the top of the building with everyone else, and she blows out the windows, and the wizard, Jeff Goldblum, looks at her with like absolute fright. That slow-mo motion. It's so, oh my God, it's so good. I love that library scene with Jonathan Bailey where he sings, Dancing Through Life. I cannot believe, I don't know how they did this. The library moves like it's like a clock. It's like a circular motion. You know, you can grab a book from here, and it just moves in this one circular motion, counterclockwise, whatever. So the way that they did the choreography at the different angles within that circle, again, I have never seen anything like that before in my life. I was blown away. I couldn't breathe. I stopped breathing because I was like, what am I watching right now? This is quite the feat. And done so well. Some of the most athletic dancers they had. Apparently some of the dancers from Jungle were in there, which amazing, right? But I remember looking at that and, you know, watching it again and being like, oh my God. If there's anything that you must see in Wicked, it is that one scene. Although I will say, again, opening up the movie with No One Mourns the Wicked, that scene, incredible. Absolutely incredible. And so is The Wizard and I. Cynthia Erivo, I cannot believe you, like, I can't believe you sing like this. Like, quite a few many amazing singers we have, right? But her, like, she has made her stamp in time with this. Obviously, when I think of Cynthia Erivo, I would think of her performance of Alfie. Phenomenal, right? I did not see any of her songs from The Color Purple. I just saw a clip of it on TikTok for the first time today. Blown away. So then I listened to The Wizard and I. Oh my God, the foreshadowing throughout that entire song, right? It really tells the entire story. It foreshadows everything, right? But her enunciation, her tone, that range, this is a once in a lifetime vocal. She has earned her nom. She has earned her nomination. And if she doesn't get it, you'll be hearing from me. Ha! You'll be hearing from me, the Academy. All right? And Jonathan Bailey has also earned his nomination. I didn't know that he could sing and dance, really. Again, my introduction to him is chewing gum. Okay, so very ridiculous, right? And then I get to see him in Bridgerton. So romantic, desperate, yearning man, right? And then I see clips of him in his other shows, and I'm like, oh, phenomenal actor. So now that I know that you can sing and dance, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck? Could you save some talent for the rest of us? Some of us are struggling out here, and you're out here capable of doing it all. Wow, you've earned your nom. I say that with absolute joy. Now, I know everyone keeps talking about Ariana, and listen, she is phenomenal, Glinda. I couldn't picture anyone else in this role. I know that they talk about Renee Rapp. I think she could have done it, but it wouldn't have been the same. They talk about Dove Cameron. Again, she could have done it, but it wouldn't have been the same, right? Ariana is Glinda. She is her. She has taken that role. She has made it her own. Okay, let's get to the G part of Glicked, right? Let's talk about Gladiator 2. Let me just start this by saying I saw the first Gladiator on the plane very recently, like 3 months ago. I watched it in preparation for Gladiator 2. Do I think it's necessary that you see the first Gladiator to watch the second one? Kind of. Which I didn't think was going to happen. I thought they were going to be two different stories, but it's actually the same story. So that one kind of threw me for one. But let me continue. I watched Gladiator on the plane a couple months ago, and it is incredibly long-winded. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was watching it, and I was like, God, another soliloquy? Oh, like, oh my God, like, I get it. The drama, it's a lot. They did not cut anything out. It's incredibly dramatic, but it is phenomenal acting. But the last 40 minutes of it makes it worth it. I will say that. That's my opinion, and I stand by it. That's my opinion, okay? So I watched it, ready to watch Gladiator 2. I'm prepped and ready. I know all the characters. I know everything. So I watched Gladiator 2, and I realized that it was like pretty much the same story. I was like, oh, okay, that's not good. Like, why would you make it the exact same story? Why wouldn't you like switch it up a little? Like, I feel like there's just a different way to do this, you know? But okay, I keep watching, and I'm sure you guys have seen this tweet where that person is talking about how there's a difference between like actors and then like blockbuster stars or movie stars. And when I saw that tweet, I saw it before I saw Gladiator 2, and I was like, oh, I don't know. That person, I have to agree with you so much. There really is a difference between like a good actor and then like a movie star, like a blockbuster actor. And Denzel Washington is both. That is why he led this entire film. I'm sorry. He absolutely led this film despite the atrocious accent work. Guys, not only is the plot the same, but the accent work, where are we? Is this a fake Rome? Are we not in the real Rome? Because you can go and see the Colosseum right now. I'm not even, like, I really was like, what is going on? Sometimes, Mr. Mescal, I think he was doing Irish the whole time. I'm going to be honest with you. Pedro was not doing an English accent. No. Everybody else was doing an English accent. Denzel was doing whatever he wanted. It was a little confusing. I say that all to say that still Denzel was the best thing in that movie. He led the entire film. Without him, that film wouldn't exist. I'm sorry, the story would not exist. And I know that it's the exact same story as the first one, but they need Denzel Washington to carry the story. That's just the truth. He's great in it. He's so good in it. He's having so much fun. I'm sorry. And it's fun to watch an actor like enjoy themselves. Like, it's so fun to see them enjoy doing their work, enjoy being in their role. So I really loved watching him, right? Joseph Quinn and Fred Hetchinger are also fantastic as the twin emperors. I mean, they're phenomenal actors. I've never watched anything that Fred Hetchinger is in, but like, I've seen Joseph Quinn. He was so good in A Quiet Place Day One. I'm sorry. Him and Lupita ate down in that film. So I really enjoyed watching them as the twins. And I loved like what they were doing with it. The little mad princes, the little mad emperors acting insane because syphilis has infected their brain, apparently. Oh! Pedro Pascal is, yeah, he's doing an American accent. He's talking like he normally talks, but I don't know why his character is not important to the film, honestly. I'm like, I know he's the general. He's how we meet Paul. He's how we bring him to Rome. You know, I get that. But like, honestly, I don't know if he's that critical. And then Paul, like, he's a great actor, but like, I just easily replaceable. I'm sorry. It could have been anyone. It could have been any other white male actor, and it probably would have been the same performance. And I think it really comes down to them asking him to like try to embody Russell Crowe, which I think is a really big mistake. They should have let go of Russell Crowe and that storyline so they could breathe new life in with Gladiator 2. You need to try and differentiate yourself from it. Otherwise, you're going to be stuck. And they were stuck. That's the problem. They were stuck in this film. Really stuck within the parameters that they set themselves. Constantly calling back to Maximus, I thought was a little strange. And then, oh my God. And you can, please, let's talk about this. When they were like, Lucius, who is Paul Mescal, the little boy in the first movie, that, I did not see that coming, I'm not gonna lie. I was like, who the fuck are you? Why is this white boy in like Morocco, Algeria, somewhere, I don't know. Why is he out here with these people, right? Where did you come from? And they were like, oh, where are you from? Are you Lucius? Is that you, Lucius? We haven't seen you forever. We sent you away. I was like, Lucius, what the fuck? The little boy from the first movie? What's going on, right? And I will say, let me give him some cred. Let me give him some a cred, okay? Paul Mescal, he has this great moment where his mother comes in and she's like, Lucius, I'm sorry. I lost you. I didn't know what was going on, and I'm so sorry. And he just yells, get out! Woo! The emotion in that. That's what I mean by he's a great actor. Really phenomenal acting. Great emoting, right? Absolutely A with that. But when that twist came in, I was like, oh my God, that's Lucius, right? But then when they were like, oh, Lucius, you're Maximus's son, I was like, hold on, time. That's not, I think that's a mistake to establish that. I do not know why you established that. Do they play with it in the first movie? 1,000%. 1,000%. But it kind of like ruins the first movie if you say that, because the whole like driving force of Maximus, aka Russell Crowe, is his child and his wife, who are not Lucius and Lucius's mama. These are two different like women and sons, okay? So for you to just kind of establish that Maximus is the father of Lucius, I'm like, well, you kind of ruined his cred. You ruined Maximus's street cred. Like, that man literally came home after almost being murdered, saw his wife and child hung up at the house, buried them, and then went to die. I'm like, okay, huh? This movie, I think, is fun. I think it's a fun blockbuster film. Definitely go and see it if you want to see some Gladiator shit. You want to see motherfuckers getting sliced and diced, getting beat the fuck up and dying. 1,000%. But if you're looking for like, I don't know, like, I almost said quality film. That's not fair. It's not best picture. I'm sorry. It's not best picture. It's not best actor. It's not really, in my opinion, nominated for anything but costume. And then like CGI, like whatever that is, because the way that they set up the Coliseum for that water battle with the sharks and everything, insane. Absolutely insane. Have no idea how you did that. You should be rewarded for that. Absolutely 1,000%. Get your nom, you know? But other than that, I don't know. I don't think it should be nominated for anything else. I don't think it should win anything. I'm sorry. Because when I think about visual effects, I also think about Dune 2. And Dune 2 is phenomenal on all fronts. All fronts, okay? That one should sweep as well with Wicked. I think Gladiator 2 falls short dramatically because it was so desperate to hold on to that first movie. And I think if you had just gone a different route and tried to like pave your own path, you could have succeeded very, very well. So yeah. Guys, that's my Glicked review. I know I'm just like a K-pop reactor, but I am incredibly opinionated. I do have a lot to say. And I'd really be curious about what you have to say. Okay, what did you think about Wicked? What did you think about Gladiator 2? Are you one of those people that thinks Wicked shouldn't be nominated for anything? Get out of here. Shut the fuck up. I'm not interested in your opinion. I'm only interested in people that agree with me. No, I would really like to know your list for like best picture. I would be curious as to why you think Wicked shouldn't be nominated, but that's only if you've seen the movie. If you haven't seen it, then I'm sorry, you have to stay out of this conversation. Also, what did you guys think about Gladiator 2? I had fun, but nothing serious. Okay? Comment below to me, and I'll be back with another reaction. Bye, guys.